First at 4, the city of Statesboro extending their contract to use flock safety cameras.
WSAV's Evan Smoke spoke with the police chief about why this was up for a vote to begin with and how it assists law enforcement.
This camera behind me will be operational for the foreseeable future, as the Statesboro City Council unanimously approved a multi-year contract with the flock safety system. Through the extension, the city will continue to maintain 54 flock cameras in the 100 locations for the gunshot detection software that is already in use. He says the SPD only uses the still images of the back of cars passing by as supporting evidence in their cases. Akins adds that the technology has helped the department solve cases that may have gone unsolved previously.
This is a game-changing tool for law enforcement. It really is. I would not advocate for something that I had not seen work personally, and seeing work in cases where it truly may be the only piece of evidence that we can rely on.
Akins says the new contract will run through 2031. Reporting in Statesboro, Evan Smoke, WSAV News 3, on your side.
A Chatham County grand jury has issued indictments in 2 high-profile cases. First, a grand jury indicting LaShawa Doyle on charges of aggravated sexual battery, aggravated assault, and public indecency. This is in connection to an attempted rape in Daffin Park. Court documents show that Doyle was completely nude when he allegedly attacked a woman in a bathroom, and that during the assault, Doyle allegedly slammed the victim's head into one of the toilets. 2 Savannah men in another case, the son of a city alderman, they've both been indicted for a June robbery. Keyshawn Leggett and Shakal Robinson have been charged with armed robbery and aggravated assault in connection to a robbery on Bridgewater Drive back in June. Keyshawn Leggett is the son of Alderman Dietrich Leggett.
It was more than 5 years ago that a Bluffton High School football player shot and killed in a deadly case of mistaken identity. Now the last suspect connected to DJ Field's murder, Messiah Anderson, will have his day in court.
Not only did we lose our only son, we died also. And for the last 4 years, I've been listening to other parents tell me how they want their kids home when I have to go to a cemetery to see my child.
That was DJ Field's mother, Kima Bryant, saying what it's been like since her son was shot and killed. She was asking for a judge to deny bond for Anderson then. Anderson will now go on trial next week for murder. Investigators say he was one of 3 people in the car who opened fire on Bluffton Parkway in March of 2021. Fields and 2 others were hit. He was killed in that gunfire, and that gunfire was meant for another person entirely. So far, 4 people have been sentenced in this case. The 2 shooters involved, Jimmy Green serving a 40-year sentence, Ty Chaneyworth getting life in prison, Shania Void and Jaden Void, who were accessories to the crime, got 25 and 12 years behind bars, respectively. Now, WSAV will be in court for Anderson's trial until a verdict happens. Tune in on air and online for details.
Kratom is a drug you may not know a lot about, but experts say it is a highly addictive way people choose to relieve pain, anxiety, and depression. They say it is not yet approved by the FDA, and because of that and how easy it is to obtain, it can be dangerous. WSAV's Isley Herschel was at a meeting today with Georgia representatives, and they went over the drug. She explains what was discussed.
Kratom can often be found at gas stations. Experts warn that it can become addictive if it's taken in large quantities, but there are limited restrictions on its sale. Today's meeting discussed that and if it needs to be better regulated in the state of Georgia.
Kratom can be purchased by anyone over the age of 21.
Those products will be removed from the marketplace.
Drugs need to be more difficult to get. The drug is highly addictive, and many spoke today on their battles of recovering from kratom addictions. But members of the American Kratom Association say the drug is federally regulated enough and feel people should be able to purchase the basic variant of the plant at gas stations. Community members at today's meeting say this drug changed their lives, either for better or for worse.
I started taking it regularly, assuming that a natural supplement carried minimal risks. But over time, tolerance set in. Within 3 years, I went from taking 4 capsules occasionally to consuming 100 capsules per day, spread across 5 doses of 20 capsules each.
I discovered kratom, and it completely changed my life. I finally found a natural pain reliever, which still allowed me to function and live my life to the fullest extent that I can.
In Brunswick, Isley Herschel, WSAV News 3 on your side.
A high school student in Bullock County arrested on Thursday after apparently making a threat against a middle school student on a bus. Bullock County Sheriff's Office arrested a Southeast Bullock High School student Thursday on charges of terroristic threats and disrupting public schools. A Bullock County school spokesperson said multiple students reported that incident to administrators, and school resource officers thoroughly searched the student, the bus, and the classrooms using a K-9 unit, but found no weapons.
Police in Thunderbolt say a man has been arrested in connection with the Peeping Tom case. Investigators say 59-year-old Jeffrey Gillis was taken into custody this morning after Thunderbolt police got a report of a suspicious person looking through windows in the 300 block of Bonaventure Road. Gillis was found after a search on Victory Drive. An investigation determined that he had no reason to be on the property and had previously been banned from that area after an unrelated incident. Gillis has been charged with Peeping Tom and criminal trespass.
Continuing coverage now as prosecutors in the Murdaugh trial say they're leaving where the case will be tried up to the judge. Now, the South Carolina Attorney General's office sent a letter to Judge Deborah McCaslin saying they were not going to recommend a new location for the upcoming trial, but would leave that decision in her hands. The defense team originally requested the case to be moved to Charleston County, then this week found a motion for Richland County to play host instead. Judge McCaslin has agreed to move the case out of Colleton County, but has not decided where it will be held yet.
If you are ordering shrimp at a Georgia restaurant, well, you may soon know more about where it came from. A new law is giving customers that information while also aiming to support Georgia's shrimping industry. WSAV's Nakaya Harris now with that story.
New Georgia law is putting imported shrimp on the menu, literally. Restaurants will have to disclose when they are serving foreign shrimp. I spoke with the lawmaker behind the bill about what it means for consumers and businesses. House Bill 117 went into effect July 1st, requiring Georgia restaurants, excluding those operated by a state agency, to disclose when menu items contain imported shrimp. That disclosure can appear directly on the menu or on a sign visible to customers. So we asked State Representative Jesse Petrie, who sponsored the bill, will this affect restaurants' bottom lines?
Not at all, because here's what you can do. You can offer consumers domestic shrimp and you can offer them foreign imported shrimp. It doesn't matter to me. You know, there's nothing that says you can't offer both, but we need to just make sure that consumers fairly know what they're eating.
The law is already in effect, but restaurants have until January before enforcement begins. That gives businesses time to make the necessary changes. Nakaya Harris, WSAV News 3, on your side.